Okay, so what is average cost? Average cost is the cost which is incurred in producing 1 unit of a commodity, or the cost incurred in producing each unit of a commodity. Now, under the average cost, we have average fixed cost, average variable cost, and average total cost. Like we had fixed cost, variable cost, and total cost. Here also we have average fixed cost, average variable cost, and total average cost, or ATC, average total cost. Now, average fixed cost is the cost which is incurred in, it is the per unit fixed cost incurred in producing a commodity. Per unit fixed cost incurred in producing a commodity. How can it be taken out? AFC is equal to TFC by Q. Average fixed cost is equal to total fixed cost by quantity. Okay. Now see, this is my output 0 to 5. This is my total fixed cost, which is constant at 12. Now, how can I take out the average fixed cost? So it is total fixed cost divided by quantity. So my total fixed cost is 12 divided by 0 is equal to 0. 12 divided by 1, 12. 12 divided by 3. So the total fixed cost incurred in third unit is, see, where did it go? Yeah. Sorry, I missed 2. When I am using 2 units, when I am producing 2 units of the commodity, my total fixed cost is 12. So 12 divided by 2. Okay, so it is 6. So fixed cost incurred is 6. Next, when I am using the third unit, so it will be 12 divided by 3. So it is 4. So my average fixed cost is 4. That is found by dividing total fixed cost by quantity. Okay. Now I will show you the curve. Before going to the average fixed cost curve, see, as my output is increasing, my total fixed cost is falling. Okay, it is falling. Now, as it is falling, so it will be a downward sloping curve because both the variable is moving in the opposite direction. As the output is increasing, my fixed cost is falling. So one is increasing, one is falling. Both the variables are moving in the opposite direction. So see, it will be a downward sloping curve. It is a downward sloping curve. Here we are measuring the cost. Here we are measuring the output. So it is a downward sloping curve. But it is now, average fixed cost curve is a rectangular hyperbola curve. Now, why average fixed cost curve is a rectangular hyperbola curve? Now, I don't know whether you can see. See, this is a rectangular hyperbola curve. Now, I will show you something. Hope you all can see. Why is it a rectangular hyperbola? See, I have drawn lines. So each line is forming a rectangle. See, this is a rectangle. This is this. So all these rectangles have equal area. That is why AFC curve is called a rectangular hyperbola curve, where the area of all the rectangles are equal. Okay. And why is it downward sloping? Because as we are increasing the output, my fixed cost is falling. Okay. So both the variables are moving in the opposite direction. So it will be a downward sloping curve. It is a rectangular hyperbola, means area of the rectangles are equal. Next question that may come: why does the average fixed cost curve never touches the y-axis or x-axis? What is the reason? Now, if the fixed cost curve touches the x-axis, then it will become 0. Fixed cost will become 0. But can fixed cost be 0? No, it can never be 0. Similarly, if the fixed cost curve touches the y-axis, if it touches this y-axis, then what will happen? What will happen if the fixed cost touches the y-axis? Here also the same thing. As the fixed cost can never be 0, it is always positive. Okay, that is why it will never touch the y-axis, because even if you do production or not, your fixed cost can never be 0, so it does not even touch the y-axis. Okay, and it is always positive. The fixed cost is always positive. Okay, now we will move to the average variable cost.